Okay, that's the continuation of that magic of if function. There is another question now. For example, if there are some cells where you do not enter any date or any information, those are blanks for other purposes. So in that case, it will that formula which we used for if there is something in this cell, so you add a serial number, otherwise show it blank. So that was our formula. Now if there are some blank cells, and here you see this one is calculating one with the above one, but there is nothing available there. So when you do not write any date here, so obviously there would be nothing available there, and that's why it would give you a error for that. Now you need one another formula, and that you need to add that formula inside your this formula, in which you are just adding a number to the above serial number, and that formula is aggregate. So now let me first explain what is this aggregate formula and how and where we need to use this aggregate formula. It's basically to add auto serial numbers if you do not want to. For example, if sometime you want to delete some rows and then again you have to drag all the serial numbers, and you want an auto serial numbers, which if you delete anything, so those serial number are adjusted. Most of the people use just plus one with the above row, but that most of the time doesn't work. Now for example, you have such database in which you have names of the people in different departments, so the simple serial number you have used is. Now there are, we also sometime we need to use filter serial number. For example, if I apply a filter on the health department, so here you see the serial number 2, 4, 6, 8. So other serial numbers are hidden. Now what if you want that I need that whenever I filter anything, so this serial number should be in sequence and according to my filter. For example, here you want this serial number should automatically change to 1, 2, 3, whichever thing I filter here. So for that we use the aggregate formula. What is that? Here you just need to type is equal to, then aggregate, this is the formula, aggregate, now small break, function num. You type anything, so you see a lot of options: average, count, a maximum, minimum, what function you need. So function, so I need count function, so that is 2. Count function is 2, so I just added a count function. Then after that, now you want the serial number to be filtered. So what do you want the Microsoft Excel to ignore? Serial number 5, ignore hidden rows. When you apply a filter to this E column, for example, if you filter education or health, so when you filter education, so all the rows which contain health will be hidden, and if you filter health, so the other rows which contain education will be hidden. So what you need this code, ignore hidden rows 5. So just click that. So aggregate 2 comma 5, this is your by default for such type of assigning filtered serial number. 2, 5. Now after that comma, it says array. From where? So just select the top, click that, and once again click the same. Why? Because you are starting from this C1 and ending at C1 here only. Now when you drag it below, so it would go down to the other cells, but on this first range, the C1, the first one, should be locked, and for that you just add the $sign here, or just press F4. So the first part of the range will be locked, and the second part would go down with the drag it, then close the bracket and add plus 1, add plus 1. Now here it says 1, just drag it. Now you see these are auto numbers now, and here now in this shape it shows the same value, but here now see this is 1 2 3 4. If I filter health, so it's once again 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the previous one is not like that, so it is filtered according to the date. Now if you want the education one, so it's filtered according to education. So you have applied, and whichever columns you have here on which you want to filter a data and adjust the serial number, just filter it. For example, we have here a department. Now we here have a city column, Peshawar. Now just apply the filter and see. For example, if I select Sawabi, so here you see only Sawabi people and the serial number adjusted, but the traditional one is the same, 3 6 9 10. And if you apply Peshawar, now you have to add this formula inside the other one. Here what I used, here I used that if this cell, the date cell, or any other column, if there is any information, so if that is greater than 0 or if there is any other information, so what you do, you just ranged the serial number 1 and you are adding 1 to that, and if there is nothing, so just keep it blank. Now it's okay if you are going in the sequence, but if you want that there might be some cell where you won't need anything to be added and you just still want your serial number to be continued according to that, so then this is the simple one. Now you need to remove this formula and use that aggregate formula. Here I removed it. Let me zoom it a bit. Okay, now here I am removing this formula and using aggregate small bracket. Now here I need count 2, then I need 5, ignore 5, ignore hidden rows. In this case we don't have hidden rows, but we have the blank rows, so those are hidden for us. And then after that, comma, you are doing it without if, so you can range the column headings, but here since we are using that if function also, so the first serial number I have already written 1, so I will select that and again will range the same, and in the first one I will just go and add a dollar and then close the bracket and plus 1, and this is when the condition is true. Now if it is false, so add a comma, sorry, we need another bracket here and here, so now you just need a comma, and if it is false, so make it blank, keep it blank and bracket close. Now you see here, you see 2. Now let me drag it first. Now if I am writing a date, for example 5 January, so it's adding a serial. If I am not writing a date, so it's not adding any serial number, and wherever I add a date, so it is applying, so it is adding a serial number. For example 20th May, so here you see a serial number appears, and whichever row I do not type anything, so I can keep that blank. I hope it's useful for you. Comment and share your feedback. If you visit my channel, so you will see the sessions on Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Windows, online KOBO forms, Microsoft forms, Google forms, and many other sessions. So go there, watch all these tutorials, comment, like, and share with your friends and family members. And this session will continue. I am working on the next session and will upload soon.